Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Watch Pals. This week we watched 1987's Robocop, not the crappy 2014 one, from what I heard. But before we talk about that, we're going to introduce the pals this week. We have Jeff is here.
Hey,
Jeff.
your movie creep.
What?
God, not the
Jordan's here instead. Jordan.
Hey.
He says your move creep, but I just changed it to movie. Anyway, it's a bad joke.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for bringing us down. Speaking of bad jokes, Tiffany's here.
Your move, creep. I think that's what you were going for.
Yeah, that's how you really say it.
I was making a joke because we're talking about movies on the podcast.
Terrible
anyway.
pun.
It's better than just swearing at me like you've done in the last couple episodes.
Yeah, well, you deserved it.
Well, thanks. Anyway, Jeff told us to watch Robocop this week. I've never seen it. Who has seen it before?
I've seen it.
I'm raising my hand.
Tiffany saw it. Jeff's seen it. Jordan?
I think I've seen it before. At least parts of it.
I think I saw it 3 times in the past year.
Yep.
Did you watch it as a kid? Jeff, have you watched it as a kid? Did
So,
you watch it as a kid?
as a kid, it's funny you bring that up. As a kid, I remember bits and pieces of it, but I don't know if I ever actually saw it all the way through. And I remember for a long time, I just it was like Robocop and Terminator, and I always thought Terminator was cooler, right? Like you had to pick one, like Alien vs Predator, and I was like, oh, Predator's cooler. But then I don't know, grew up and I wasn't
Terminator
a kid
over
anymore.
Robocop.
Well, listen, I don't know about anymore, man. Robocop, it's not to jump the gun here, but it's definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. Probably
Wow. Okay.
top 10, if not top 5. I haven't really thought about my top 5. I only know my top 3, but it's up there, man. I'm a big fan. I got the shirt.
Carpool's on my top 5 of all time.
I got the koozie.
What does the koozie say, Jeff?
I got the cup.
Oh, wow. That's a ridiculous cup.
You like that? It's the Robocop.
That's pretty funny. Tiffany, you said you saw this when you were little. How little were you think?
Oh, God. I remember watching it it just came on TV and my dad was watching it and I just chill and watch it with him. You know? Family bonding. Watching guys get shot in the
Yeah, was that part on the movie and the TV?
Definitely not TV.
Definitely not.
Well, I don't know if
Heavily
it was
edited.
HBO or something. Okay.
No, you should also talk about Jeff's shirt, which is from Meth Syndicate, and it is the guy getting shot in the by Robocop.
Okay.
And there's even a koozie that goes with it. So
Yeah.
what does that
It says-
koozie say, Jeff?
Says, remember when Robocop shot that dude in the
Yeah.
And this was a gift from my wonderful girlfriend, Tiffany.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I was like, I gotta rep it today.
Jordan, you said you saw this as a little kid, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. Yeah. I remember parts from rewatching. I remember there were scenes I do remember, but I don't know if I ever saw the whole thing or not.
I don't think I ever saw this movie as a kid. In fact, I think if I would have seen it, it may have changed my view on movies, action movies. Definitely. I definitely liked it I'm going to jump off the top here and say I liked it way better than Terminator. So
Wow.
things are looking up.
Hot take.
Yeah.
I can see, I think, I like this more than Terminator 1. It's tough with Terminator 2, though. We'll get into that.
Okay. So, Jeff, you told us to watch this movie. You're driving the ship.
I did.
Where are we
I
going?
picked this. I picked this because it fits my robot dystopian future theme. And it also, like I said, happens to be one of my favorite movies ever. And I wasn't originally going to pick it, but we had so many horrible movies this season that I was like, I want to pick one that I know is at least in contention that everyone might like.
Your
Maybe.
last movie was a real stanker.
Well, I got a 3 out of 4, Chris, so you could suck on my stinker, all right? So before I get into this, I have a question for everyone. And Chris, I already know your answer, and I have a caveat here. So if you could make any part of yourself a robot part, what would it be? And it can't be your whole body, Chris.
Aw, damn it.
So you have to think about a specific part.
My junk.
Okay, I figured that was going to be one of them.
Gross.
Or my butt.
Why your butt? So why your junk or your butt?
Well, junk, obviously. A little extension there.
But then it's like a robot junk. Can you even feel it anymore?
Who cares? At that point, you
What?
just show
That's the
people
whole
it'd be
point.
fun. Well, robots look pretty realistic these days. I don't know. They probably maybe they
that's
could put
fair.
some more electrodes on it or something. Like juice it up a little more. Maybe it could double the pleasure.
Oh, you want it to be kind of like Murphy's face, like put your original junk around like a robot.
Just take my skin and just stretch it over it,
Okay.
and then like maybe make it spin or something, fun.
All right, okay. Jordan, you got a robot part?
Oh, my hand maybe? One of my hands?
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Robot hand would be cool, right?
Like Jack's Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, robot arms.
If you could like lift anything though with the robot, like if you had robot arms, right, like Jack's, okay, and you can lift like heavy crap, right, because you got robot arms, would you just like break your legs all the time though, because it's still kind of putting pressure on your legs?
Probably.
Your back too would probably be messed
Yeah.
up.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. Your spine.
Tiffany, what about you, Tiffany?
Brain. I need a robot brain.
What?
Yeah.
Holy cow! You're reverse RoboCop. You just want a flesh body with a robot brain.
Yeah.
Would you be you?
Right? That's the question, right?
I don't know. I
Getting
could be anything.
philosophical. That's fair. That's fair.
But I mean, we have robot brains now.
Oh yeah, you just want to be AI? Boo.
What was that movie with the pirate guy in it that was like a robot? He was like an AI. The robot guy that got sued by the lady.
What?
You know, the
Johnny
robot
Depp?
guy. Yeah, Johnny Depp.
What robot movie though?
He was in a movie.
What?
He was in a movie where he was like an AI. He was like terminally
You're
ill.
thinking of like Johnny Mnemonic or something. with
No.
Keanu.
It was like a recent movie.
Johnny Depp has not done a recent movie, especially one where he was a robot.
Yeah, huh? He wasn't a robot. He was like in the computer.
All right. I don't know
I'll look
what
it
the
up.
hell
You
you're
talk
talking
about
Are you
some
talking about
garbage.
Tron?
No, not Rango. Rango, no.
Rango.
Good God. It's definitely not Rango. I would pick robot legs. That's an easy one for me. If I only could pick one part. Robot legs, man.
Why?
Well, my knees hurt a lot, so I might need robot legs eventually anyway, or at least robot knees.
Cool.
So let's just get it over with. And plus, you can like run super far,
Really
and
fast,
and jump fast, and
Have some
and
rock
kick.
legs.
Kicks. Yeah, I could probably fly around. I could have
Yeah,
a cool gun
that's actually
holster,
it right there. Yep.
like RoboCop has. All right, let's hop into RoboCop. I just got some high level deets for you here. So the year this was made, 1987. The director is Paul Verhoeven. I guess I'm saying that correctly. This was his first American film. Other films he is known for: Total Recall, which totally checks out. Basic Instinct and Showgirls, which don't totally check out. And then I saved this one for last because I know, Chris, you like this one. Starship Troopers.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
So I feel
I
like
have
you
seen
could
that one.
see a lot of Starship Troopers in RoboCop, vice versa, like the whole satire thing.
Oh, hold on. Me go first. Me go next. Transcendence 2014, Johnny Depp. See, told you I knew what I was talking about.
Oh, 2014. That's only like 12 years ago.
But
it's a
still
recent movie.
recent-ish.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
Morgan Freeman's in it too. Go to
It's
hell.
only 12 years old.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, he's like an AI. Okay, go ahead.
Cool. I guess we'll have to watch that some season.
Yeah.
Anyway, notable cast: Peter Weller as Alex Murphy. Fun fact about him: he trained in mime to perfect RoboCop's mechanical movements for this film. Nancy Allen is Officer Ann Lewis. Ronny Cox is Dick Jones. Kurtwood Smith is Clarence Boddicker, and you might recognize him as Red from that 70s show. He was the dad.
Oh yeah, is that guy?
Yeah.
That was driving me insane the whole time.
So he's the villain, which is, it's funny because I'm pretty sure I knew him more from that by the time I ended up like watching this as an adult.
He is referred to as Red Form in my entire notes.
Yeah. Miguel Ferrer as Bob Morton. And we've got a little bit of a Twin Peaks connection here. He was Al Rosenfield in that. He was Gordon's pal. Gordon is David Lynch in that. And then Ray Wise as Leon, and he was also in Twin Peaks. He has a more He's just one of the thugs, but I wanted to mention him because they were both in Twin Peaks, and he was Leland Palmer. The genre is cyberpunk, dystopian, sci-fi, action, crime, satire movie. There's a bunch of labels. The budget was like 13 million. It ended up making like 53, and then worldwide almost 60. Reception at first was critics praised its satire, world building, and philosophical depth, though many were shocked by its graphic violence.
Was it satire?
Yeah, absolutely.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah, like
got me with that one.
The commercials, like for like the Nukem game.
That was cool. I thought that was like a little fun little thing.
Oh, the car commercial with the dinosaur.
Oh, is that why they called it 2009 Sucks or something or whatever?
6,000 sucks.
6,000
yeah, SUX. And then there's like OCP, the whole agency.
There's the show that people are watching in it. I think the director said it's supposed to signify like the dumbing down of American audiences or something like that.
Yeah.
So basically, idiocracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really is. But this did win some awards. Academy Award for Special Achievement for Sound Editing. And then it won multiple Saturn Awards, which is like sci-fi awards for like Best Director, Best Writing, and Best Sci-Fi Film. There were some controversies surrounding it. Initially, the MPAA initially rejected the film for an X rating due to extreme violence. So several scenes were actually trimmed for an R rating. And getting into that, there's a theatrical cut and a director's cut. I assume the director's cut is the X-rated one, which nowadays it wouldn't be. But the only difference is there's just some of the more violent parts were trimmed down to secure that R rating. So kind of jumping ahead a little bit, the scene where Ed 209 kills that one employee guy lasts longer. We get like some additional like knees exploding in the car chase scene. Murphy's death highlights some additional more gruesome details. So things like that. I think it's only like, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was only like a 90-second difference, which is crazy that like that's what they had to cut to make it, released in theaters.
I had to like think of you like saying like I couldn't. I was thought I maybe missed something when you were saying that. I was like, what the hell was he talking about? It really got less violent? Okay.
It got less violent. Yeah. It's known for its violent. So we watched the theatrical cut, which is slightly less violent. I mean, it's honestly negligible, but because I actually ended up watching a YouTube video comparison of like what the differences were, and it was like, oh, it lingers on this a little bit more. Oh, it's like a close up. Oh, we got like an extra squib or two. The initial marketing and stuff around it was that it was a high concept sci-fi action blockbuster with like gritty futuristic Detroit and like a superhero cop. Posters emphasized like the part man, part machine, all cop, and like all the trailers like heavily leaned on like action, explosions, like the Ed 209 battle. The marketing, however, didn't really talk about the satire at all, and the audience sort of discovered that on their own. Kind of like it was satire against like police state, American corporate capitalism, the stuff we already talked about. But it got praised for its like cutting edge practical effects at the time too. So all right,
the practical effects were pretty cool. Like I don't know how they did the Ed 209. Was that stop motion?
Definitely some parts, yeah.
Okay, because it was like it was cool looking, but it was like just too like I don't know, weird. Like you're like, there's something wrong with this scene.
Like the way it moves, I think the fact that it's a robot actually helps you suspend your, belief that it's real because the stop motion has it moving like a little weirder, right?
Yes. Like almost like it's supposed to look like that.
A pig.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's so weird. And I actually wanted to throw in here because the effects are so good, the practical ones. Dale Martin was the guy in charge of that, and he also did Total Recall.
Yeah,
and he was the coordinator on ET. So
okay, so
yeah.
I've never seen
ET.
Total Recall. I've seen I've seen
my
ET.
God, put it on the list, please.
Is
Total
that,
Recall is essential.
is that
and
the one
not
with
the new
the three boob lady?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Well,
I just know that one
Well,
part.
you're
just
about
that scene.
to.
just that scene many times on loop. All right, Act 1. So the movie opens on a skyline of Detroit, and then the title just comes up. Robocop.
Is it old Detroit
Boom.
or new Detroit or what are they? I couldn't keep
I
track
think it's
of what they were
old
called.
Detroit. They're like kind of painting it as like old Detroit is like overrun by gangs and violence and stuff, and they're trying to build Delta City to basically replace it. So yeah, we're then shown like a news broadcast before anything else called Media Break. You give us 3 minutes, we'll give you the world. This is used to like convey some story beats. It conveys a lot of the satire. It's like world building a little bit. All of the news is always very kind of crazy, I feel. Then we get a commercial break talking about the Family Heart Center, where like literal mechanical hearts are being sold by brands like Yamaha and stuff. And then we cut back to the news and we get some story elements established here that actually like mean something in the story. They say, 3 dead police officers, 1 critically injured. Police union leaders blame Omni Consumer Products, or OCP, which is like the big corporate entity in the Robocop world. It's a firm basically that entered into a contract with the city to fund and run Detroit Metropolitan Police Department. We then cut to Dick Jones, who is, I think, the division president. He says something like, he's kind of like brushing off accountability. Every policeman knows, when he joins the force, there are certain inherent risks. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen, he says. The news anchor then states that there's 1 surviving officer, Frank Fredrickson, and he ID'd a man named Clarence Boddicker, the unofficial crime boss of Old Detroit, and that's Red from that 70s show. He's one of the main villains. 70s show.
He turned really evil in the 80s.
Yeah, he really, when he had kids, he turned his life around.
Did he really do anything else like notable actor wise, movie wise?
I don't know, but I'm sure he has. Let's look
I don't really
up.
care. Just checking.
You don't really care.
I don't really care, but I was just asking.
He absolutely has had to have been in stuff. He's definitely most known for this and that 70s show, though. Like, it has to be. Broken Arrow he was in? Oh, dang.
Really? I saw that movie.
He was in Rambo 3. Oh, he
Never
was
saw that.
Hub's
Kurtwood
father
Smith. What a
on
name.
Simpson.
Oh, yeah, Kurtwood Smith. That's his name. I always thought that was a cool name.
Oh, Firestarter. He's in a bunch of stuff.
Rambo
No clue what that
3.
Never seen it.
Yeah. Regular show. He was the guy, his voice on that. Nice. All right. Anyway, then we shift to like Detroit, like the real world. We're no longer watching television. Basically, Detroit's kind of collapsing under crime and corporate control. We're inside this main police station. We see it's like bustling. There's like tons of stuff happening. And then here we meet Officer Alex Murphy, who just transferred into this rough precinct. We get some shots of the locker room at the precinct where the police force is clearly unhappy. One guy's saying like, Omni Consumer Products are going to manage this department right into the ground. And he brings up like, we should go on strike. And, this sucks. And the chief walks in and everyone gets quiet. He removes the nameplate on one of the lockers. We see it says Fredrickson, which was the officer on the news who survived Boddicker's attack. He's now seemingly passed away. The chief says, funerals tomorrow. Department requests all officers on duty. And I don't want to hear no more talk about strike. We're not plumbers. We're police officers. So they're kind of establishing here that, the crime in Detroit is crazy. Police officers are dying often. And the police officers themselves are unhappy.
I think I have to chime in here because Cecil over there was taking the donations for the family and whatnot. He's shifty. He's shady. He might be part of the crime in the city. I just want to say that.
Does he become like the second RoboCop? Is a lore built into him from RoboCop 2 and 3?
What do you mean?
Like, do any of these characters come back in the future movies?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's always Murphy as RoboCop, even though I think the third one, it actually wasn't Peter Weller. I have not seen 2 or 3 nearly as much as this one. It's been a long time since this is the best one. I mean, 2 is okay, and 3 is just, it doesn't even have like the same guy. It's kind of like almost like Ninja Turtles 3. Like, it's like, it exists, but it's not that great. We cut back into the precinct and we meet Ann Lewis here. She just beats the hell out of some unruly guy in custody. She's pops him good like 3 times. This is where she meets Murphy. They shake hands after the chief says that they're going to be partners. She says, glad to know you, Murphy. And he goes, pretty neat, which I always think is a weird line. But he kind of like gestures like, pretty neat that you punched that guy in the face 3 times. Murphy insists on driving, and then when they pull out, he guns it so his car the bottom of his car scrapes on the parking garage ramp. So they're like kind of establishing these like character things that he does. So when later he becomes Robocop, like he's still doing the same thing, kind of like showing that he still has some of his humanity. He's not a total robot. Like he's
when he just jumps in the car and rips out and starts just taking down all the crime in the city. That one, that's like half the movie. That's Act 2. Yep, Act 2's so good. But this this opening scene like establishes a lot. This movie like just moves. It's just like it's like boom boom, like it just happens. It doesn't ever have like there's no downtime. They're always doing something. He's just like in the middle of the movie and you're thinking there's gonna be like this whole thing about him and him finding out who he is. He's just like shooting people the whole way. He's like, oh wait, I'm a human still. He does briefly like go to his old house and stuff. Yeah, but like it's still like a very short part. They don't like dwell on that too long. Yeah. It's all about the action in RoboCop for the most part. and now you say it's like a satire makes like oh, the whole family thing was like not that big of it. It really wasn't that important because it's supposed to be a satire, but they made it like more important. I actually didn't think it was. I didn't even know it was a satire. I just thought it was an 1980s movie. That's fair. Yeah, like the satire maybe gets a little lost like the longer it's around because you're like, was this serious back then or not? I think the same thing happens with Starship Troopers though. Like that was a satire too, right? And same guy made it, and he's like, yeah, people still don't understand that it's one and
the propaganda.
The propaganda.
Some people are susceptible.
It's true. It's true. We then cut to OCP, the building, and there's like a couple executive-looking guys. They're in an elevator talking. They are going to an important meeting, I think, and one guy speculates that the meeting is because Dick Jones has the 209 series online. They all pour into a conference room in a high-up building. And then the old man begins talking. This is the company owner. He said he's had this dream for over a decade now. He talks about building Delta City where old Detroit stands. And the camera pans over to like a diorama of what the city will be. Like if you've seen Zoolander, like what is this? Never seen it. School for Ants? Chris? Why would I see Zoolander? This seems the stupidest movie ever. And I don't like that guy with the dumb face. Ben Stiller? Don't like him. Wow.
Oh my God.
Can't stand him. Liked his dad. Loved his dad. Couldn't stand. Can't stand Ben Stiller. Nah. Ah, wow. That's crazy. The whole thing with getting his junk stuck in a zipper, I get it. It's hilarious. I got it. Okay, you're stupid.
Bro, wow, you're just talking about Meet the Fockers. That's all you've seen.
No, that wasn't Meet the Fockers.
Oh wait, something about Mary.
Yeah. Wow, right. Idiot.
All right.
That movie was not as good as everybody hyped it up to be.
I agree. It's not his best work. I want to just remind everyone that Chris thought it was called Meet the
That's true. That was a couple seasons ago.
That was. We're like, what?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah. Anyways, the old man, the owner, he says old Detroit has a cancer and the cancer is... Oh, wait, no. Dick Jones says old Detroit has a cancer and the cancer is crime. It must be cut out before we employ the 2 million workers to breathe life into the city again. So basically, this is the setup as to why things are happening. Old Detroit's crime problem needs dealt with before they can build this city and this new chapter can begin. We believe an efficient police force is only part of the solution. We need a 24/7 cop who doesn't need to eat, sleep, with superior firepower and reflexes. Gives me great pleasure to introduce the future of law enforcement, Ed 209. So here's when we see Ed 209. He reveals, if you're a gamer like us, it kind of looks like a Metal Gear, honestly.
Yep.
If you're familiar with that. Like, basically like a robot on 2 legs with like a tank-like body and 2 giant gun arms. Bipedal, yep. Ed 209 is awesome. And he utilizes stop-motion animation like we talked about earlier. Everyone in the group gasps when they see it. The sound design is so cool for him. It's like this like menacing
like a dog
hum.
Too.
Yeah, then they weirdly add animal sounds. I don't know if it's a dog or a lion. Later, it trips down some steps Jordan brought up, and when it's like on his back, it squeals like a pig.
It's natural enemy.
That almost ruined the movie for me. That part.
Really?
Yeah, even though it's a satire?
The pig thing was just so stupid.
Yeah. I didn't like the lion's roar either.
Yeah.
I just think it's so cheesy.
Yeah.
And it's a cheesy movie. I get it. But that's a little
Too
overboard.
cheese.
It's a little out of place. I wonder if the pig thing was supposed to like be like, oh, it's a cop, like.
Oh,
that-
wow.
Okay.
I mean, it might.
Wow, Jeff. Wow.
Damn.
I mean,
Yeah, that'd be funny if that was the case.
it might be.
Yeah.
Like, it
Dang.
doesn't seem like the guy like crooked cops, right? There's a lot of them in this. Anyways, Ed 209's there. We hear his awesome, like super, like if you heard this coming at you, the footsteps, you'd be like, oh, I'm dead. Ed 209 stands for Enforcement Droid Series 209. It's a self-sufficient law enforcement robot. They plan on testing it out in old Detroit in hopes that it succeeds and becomes the next like hot military product of the next decade. Later, we find out Dick Jones has like this whole scheme where he has all these spare parts for it.
I like that part where he's
And-
like, we're going to sell parts to them. It's going to be great. It's going to be a ton of,
Yeah.
income.
Right, like he has this whole thing, basically like they are going to break and we're going to have to fix them.
This thing, it's like it can't like actually arrest people. Like it can't handcuff people. It's just there to like kill
Just shoot
people,
'em.
basically.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean-
probably it scares them. Like,
Yeah.
hey, put the gun down, get away. I mean, they're also, I guess the other thing about that is like, it's like this whole town is overrun by, the cops aren't just stealing stuff like, with a knife. They're like pulling out machine guns and stuff.
That's true.
Like
Dude,
all
yeah.
all the crime is like military level.
When they were like blowing up those stores later on,
Yeah.
and I was just like,
Dude.
Jesus Christ, people can't even work.
Like the cars. That guy pulls up. He's like, "Hey, look, I got a new car," and then he just, come on, man, he explodes
yeah,
it.
car.
Yeah. Anyways, Dick Jones is like, "Hey, we need an arrest subject, Mr. Kenny. Would you like to give us a hand, please?" And Mr. Kenny was in the elevator with the other two guys. He then tells Mr. Kenny to point a gun at Ed 209 to demonstrate how a typical arrest in the field would go. He points the gun at Ed 209, and we hear the ominous hum of the robot, an infamous voice say, "Please put down your weapon. You have 20 seconds to comply." And it's like, the voice is so good.
Yeah.
Like, the voice, I think, if you couldn't get over like the lion sounds, I think the voice evens it out because it's just like so menacing.
The voice was good, yeah.
Kenny throws down the gun as instructed, and then we hear another Ed 209s say, "You now have 15 seconds to comply. You're in direct violation of Penal Code 113, Section 9. You now have 5 seconds to comply." So he's like counting down, even though Mr. Kenny has complied. So he's like freaking out. He's like, help me, help me. He's like running behind people. He ends up like getting like separated from them. Someone like pushes them in front of that diorama.
People are like, "You're on your own, buddy."
Yeah, they're like,
Get the hell away from me.
Yeah. Eventually, Ed 209 counts down 4, 3, 2, 1. I am now authorized to use physical force. And then we arguably get one of the best death scenes of all time, I feel like, where Mr. Kenny just gets gunned down the boardroom with like this hail of bullets, and he smashes into that diorama, and there's like so many squibs going off.
It really set the tone for the movie.
It
I was
really
like,
did.
This is going to be great.
Yeah, they had to have used like 100 squibs there. There were so many. And that scene is actually longer in the director's cut too. So that's one of them they cut like basically so he got shot with even more bullets.
Wait, so why is it like how is it longer? They just have him shoot just
They just have him
hit
getting
more.
shot more. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It's
He's
just like,
already Swiss cheese.
Yeah, I like how the guy's like, call an ambulance.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
touch him. Like, what?
Yeah, so it's like, someone call a goddamn paramedic, and like, what's the paramedic gonna do? He's
Yeah,
dead.
yeah, he's dead.
And then they all just leave. Like that's a crime scene.
I know.
That's capitalism, baby.
Yeah, pretty much. Everyone screams. The old man is like, what? Basically, like, what was that? To Dick Jones. I'm very disappointed. He's like, it was a glitch. He's like, you call that a glitch? Here's where Bob Morton swoops in, the guy they were talking about earlier, who had the contingency plan. He's like, hey, remember me? I developed this contingency plan. I've got the Robocop program ready. We could be live in 90 days. And he's like, tell me all about it. Dick Jones is very unhappy about this. And then Bob and Dick are at ends with each other for a bit. And Bob is basically trying to like usurp Dick at the company. And he just basically at this point, he needs some schmuck to volunteer for the Robocop program now. So yeah, what are you guys thinking at this point? Like, I guess Chris, and obviously Jordan, you just said like, oh, all right, it set the tone. But like, Chris, how are you feeling about this?
As with all movies you pick, I go in completely open-minded. Usually, in a movie I haven't seen before, I'm just, I'm really open-minded, really down for everything. I just love movies. Again, it's hard going back to 80s movies. I've had a hard time. It's like we just did. What was that movie at the beginning of the season? Blade Runner, and I was like, that was boring as hell.
Yeah,
so
you remember, I just listened to that one. You counted the amount of smiles.
Yeah,
smile counter.
Yeah,
I did.
You're like, there's only one smile in this whole goddamn movie.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right. At this point, when I saw the Ed 209, I was like, this is great. I thought that was such a cool thing. And if I would have seen this as a kid, I mean, I would have been like, awesome to see, being someone who liked Transformers and everything. Like, this is great. Like, I was rooting for him the whole time. But no, I was into it. I was actually very interested and was having a fun time.
Hey, wow. All right. Cool.
It's action. There's stuff shooting.
It's
not like boring guy in the rain like the other one, or stupid robot faces.
Okay. All right. We then
Jordan, what about you? What were you thinking? You already said it. Never mind. Tiffany, what were you thinking?
What was I thinking?
Yeah.
All right. So wait a minute. This point, Murphy is not Robocop.
Robocop.
Yet, right?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. We just had the guy die. Couple of thoughts. Honestly, maybe Detroit should be rebuilt.
Yeah, I mean,
you mean currently, like real world?
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's only worse in the movie, right? Because it's like the future. Yeah. Yeah. The spray painted Ford Taurus cop cars.
Yeah.
They look janky in this whole like, oh, we have all this like fancy technology, but look at what you're driving.
To be fair, the fancy technology place is only OCP. The rest of the place is not funded.
I'm not down with OCP.
Yeah.
But movie so far, it's like a general cop movie, basically. It's like, okay, there might be some technological stuff, but really, my favorite movie ever is a cop movie.
What movie is that?
Oh.
Point Break.
What is it?
Point Break with Keanu.
Not seen it.
And
No clue
St.
what you
Patrick
got. No
Swayze.
clue.
Yeah.
Oh
St.
my
Patrick
God.
Swayze.
Yes.
Never seen it.
It's pretty good. I like it.
Pretty good. Are you joking me?
He doesn't
I've
like
never-
detective movies.
I
He doesn't
don't,
get to
no.
think
But
Yeah, I
it's
don't
so
like thinking.
good.
or
I
read.
So good.
I feel
You get Gary
horrid.
Busey. There are surfers. There are president masks that they're robbing banks in. It is.
Wait, didn't we already watch that? Is that your favorite movie, Jordan?
Heat.
No,
Yeah,
that's
isn't
neat.
that one?
I could say it's similar, but it's not like same genre. Maybe I don't know.
I never saw the remake. But I'm sure it's crap.
They remade
I
Point
refuse
Break?
to watch it.
Yeah.
I
Oof.
boycott that.
We'll have to pick it.
I'm
for an
also
episode.
boycotting the what is it? The Total Recall with Colin.
It's
what's
not
his
good.
face?
It's the same thing as with the
I'm never
RoboCop
gonna watch
remake.
it.
It's
Like,
the same
why
thing with
would
the
you remake
RoboCop
it?
remake. Exactly. And the RoboCop remake would have been fine if it were just not called RoboCop. Like, it would have just been a cool movie about a guy who turns into a robot. Like, it just didn't have any of this same style or anything.
It's called Cop Robo.
Cop. Yeah.
There's probably one out there like that. What's the trauma version of this called?
I mean, did they even need a trauma version of this? It's so close to trauma already.
Well, I seriously, I thought this was like supposed to be a serious movie. Like, honestly, going into this all my life, I thought RoboCop was supposed to be serious. And maybe that's just because I'm dumb. But like, I also I thought Judge Dredd and RoboCop were the same guy.
Oh, also, so that's a rare case where the original is horrible. The original is horrible and the remake was great. It's not even a remake; it's a completely different story. But we should
Following
watch
the
that one.
original.
Yeah, I mean,
Explain the three shells. Explain them.
the three
Demolition
shells?
Man. Demolition
Oh,
Man.
am I
That's
getting?
the-
Oh, I'm getting.
Oh,
Never seen
I was
that.
like, wait, what are you talking
Whoops.
about?
Is that the guy that like we can rebuild him? Is that movie?
We have the technology,
Yeah, is that
That's-
movie?
No.
That's the
That's the
Bionic
million-
Man.
the $1 Million Man, or whatever.
What the
Okay.
is happening?
Robocop.
Chris is just having like his brain fire off things. Ah!
Yeah.
All right, back to Robocop. We cut to Murphy and Lewis hanging out, working. Murphy starts twirling his gun around, and Lewis is like, pretty sick, bro. He then explains that he does it because his son likes some show called TJ Laser and is trying to be cool for him, pretty much. So basically, he just like twirls his gun around and puts it in his holster. Again, just kind of like showcasing another little mannerism of him as a human. They get a call, hop in their car to pursue, and we find out a silver panel, a van robbed a bank or something like that. The van is none other than Clarence Boddicker and his gang of thugs. We get a cool chase scene here. Clarence is very mad because all the cash was like physical money, and he's like, you burned it. He's like, I had to blow the door up. They're like, ah, crap, police. So they immediately, the first thing they do is just start like shooting shotguns straight at the police officers in this like high speed chase. One of the guys named Bobby gets tagged. He's bleeding out, and they can't shake the cops, even though they're just like blasting the shotguns at them. So Clarence takes Bobby, and he goes, can you fly, Bobby?
Is that another famous line?
Yeah, that one. Leave is one. I'd buy that for $1 is one.
Oh, yeah. What was going on with that show? What the hell was going on?
There was just a weird show. I don't really know what was going on with it.
That's what I mentioned. I think it was supposed to, whoever wrote, either the writer or director said it's supposed to be like showing how like the dumbing down of content for like that people want, like for Americans like. So
Yeah.
like that's part of like the satire.
I can see that. Yeah. That's the explanation. That's it. Jordan nailed
Okay.
it.
Chris, did you recognize the one thug? He's in.
No.
He's like his Red's buddy.
Nope.
He's the dad, Robin's dad from How I Met Your Mother.
Alan Thicke?
No.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else. I was thinking
That's
he's
the
in
guy
it.
from Twin Peaks. That's
Okay.
yeah.
I don't.
That was him.
Robin's mother was only in there like twice, I think, right? I don't really remember.
Father.
Yeah, father. He like throws him out of the helicopter or something once. I don't remember.
There's two different guys that played her dad. The guy
Okay.
that stuck around the most is this guy in this movie.
I thought Alan Thicke was her dad, but he's Canadian.
No,
he was just in that one
there's-
episode whenever he's
they did
doing
that
the Beaver song.
Yeah, they did that show together. Yeah. Yeah. Two beavers are better than one.
All right. I'm going to try to go through this quicker because
Go.
I am taking a while. All right. He says, can you fly, Bobby? And he throws him out onto the cop car, effectively killing him, but it allows them to escape. They still end up pursuing Clarence's gang to a steel mill where they try to call for backup. None can come at the moment for whatever reason, probably because Detroit is a hellscape and it's horrible. Lewis ends up finding one of the thugs peeing, and she's like, hands up. He complies, and he's like, can I zip up my ween? And she stares at him. She stares at him before she sneaks a peek straight at his dong. And then he uses that time to punch her out, which is hilarious. Like, and she
That's
like
the way you
falls
gotta
off.
go.
Yeah. Murphy gets the drop on two.
On some cardboard.
Yeah. Murphy gets the drop on two other guys. He shoots one dead as he tries to grab his gun, and the other guy goes for it. He's like, do it. Dead or alive, you're coming with me, which is, again, something he says throughout the movie. Murphy then gets surrounded by the rest of Clarence's gang, who proceed to murder him in a pretty brutal way. Clarence blasts his hand off. The rest jump in and just like pump him full of bullets. He's still alive here, presumably from his bulletproof vest. But like he's gonna die. Like,
But the shot to the head was kind of like the confusing part to me. I was like, he just got shot in the head. How is he back alive?
again, this was another part that got cut. Like, there's another scene where you like see his arm completely off, and it's like his hand completely off and stuff.
Well, they showed that. Well, I guess the version
But
I watched.
they show it gets shot, but then they show another scene where he's like standing up, and you see like the like bloody nub.
Yeah, like I watched a version on. I rented it on YouTube, and it was
maybe
like
you got director's cut then.
probably
It's just
because I saw
slightly
like
more
everything.
violent. Okay.
Yeah, I saw like his arm get shot off, his hand was all knocked off, like it looked all like they showed like all that stuff. Like it actually showed it actually shoot off. Like it was like, whoa.
Oh yeah, they show that in the theatrical version, but they didn't show like more than that. So I mean, honestly, you just got the better version.
I wouldn't
really.
know anyway.
Okay, yeah, he's basically dead, and like you said, he takes one final look at Clarence and he just shoots him in the head. Lewis sees this, calls it in. Murphy is somehow still alive through all of this, definitely comatose. We get some shots from his perspective as doctors are working on him. His life's flashing before his eyes. We see his son watching TJ laser his wife. He's remembering Clarence shoot him until a doctor finally calls his death. The scene goes black. This is all from Murphy's perspective.
I thought it was kind of cool how they did this.
Yeah, I thought it was
you
super
see, like,
cool.
There's a passage of time as he's like being built and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like the screen stuff. Yeah.
The screen stuff was super cool. A screen comes back on, but it's almost as if a TV were turned on. And we kind of get these various people in various scenes, like talking, doing adjustments. One of them's like, we managed to save the arm. And then Bob Morton comes in and he's like, get rid of it. I don't want his arm. So they're like, all right, put him back in surgery. To summarize, OCP uses Murphy's body for its secret Robocop program, wiping his identity and turning him into a cyborg law enforcer. It's kind of like a big setup. And basically now Robocop is created and we move on to Act 2 where he cleans up Detroit, baby. I'm not going to go into all of these, but like he basically hits the street here. He's super efficient and violently dismantling crime. He like punches some guy out of a window who's going to kill the mayor. He like bends another dude's gun who was robbing a convenience store and he like clotheslines him into like this crazy
destroys the store.
Yeah, just like destroys the store. And then, of course, the most infamous scene probably, we have a woman running away from two thugs, like the most stereotypical punk thugs you've ever seen, like 80s. They grab her and they like cut her hair off. They're like, she has too much hair. It's super weird.
Yeah, it's really weird. And they're like, let's see the hair down there.
Yeah, she's got more hair down there. And they're like, ha ha. Robocop like pulls up. He like you hear the car go like, let the woman go. You're under arrest. And they're like, oh, what the heck is this? The thug holds this lady at knife point, and we see Robocop aim between this woman's legs and shoot this guy right in the between her legs. And he lets her go, and he's like, ah! You see like it's like shot. You see this? You see his shot jeans and his like bloody ball sack for like a second. And he goes, your move, creep. And then she runs up to him. She's like, thank you. Oh my God, I was so scared. And in typical robot fashion, he's like, madam, you've suffered an emotional shock. I will notify a rape crisis center.
I don't know what if it was like a fan made or like student made film.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Where they show this scene, it's nothing, but they show like so many shots and there's like prosthetic like that being blown up. It's so funny, man.
That was called Not Another Robocop Remake, I think. And it was a bunch of different directors just making various scenes from Robocop. Yeah. But I think that was scene 27. I could be wrong.
So good. It's so good.
That's so funny, dude. Yeah. Just Google it.
I know you're talking about some other show, but I want to say the only reason I knew about the part where Peter Weller gets destroyed in the beginning is from Family Guy.
Really?
There's a cutaway in Family Guy. They do it. And I was like, okay, now I get that reference. So I finally saw the real thing.
There you go. Hey, there you go. All right. So we find out that Robocop has prime directives as well, and they guide him, serve the public trust, protect the innocent, and uphold the law. And then there is actually a hidden directive 4, which we'll get into later.
That scene whenever he's like taking a nap or whatever, and he like starts
he's in the
I was
chair
like, whoa, yeah, that was so cool to see him like the way he was moving around, and be like, it was kind of like funny, like it's like
funny, but it's still like messed up, yeah. But the way he's like body's contorting, he's all like, I actually chuckled. Yeah, that scene's. So right before that scene, real quick, Bob and Dick Jones are in the bathroom, and like Dick Jones basically hears Bob talking on him, and he's like, this is where we find out that he's like, I had all these spare parts for Ed 209 and, you know, you're ruining it. And who cares if it works? And Bob's basically like, well, it seems like the old man cared. And it was like,
he grabs him by the head. I'm like, oh, what's about to happen here? Like,
do you guys really like have meetings at the urinal? Like their boss, like taking a dookie?
I usually hold hands with my boss at the urinal.
The joke, though, is he's like, I'm number 2 around here later on, which is kind of
that's funny. So we get to that part that you were talking about, Chris, where he's like sleeping. Robocop's like sleeping. He's like shut down for the day, but he ends up having a dream, which is more of a nightmare about his death. As he kind of gets up out of nowhere, they're like, whoa, wait, stop. As he's walking out, Lewis stops him and is like, hey, you're Murphy, right? Because earlier she noticed he did like the TJ laser flip, and like when he gets into the car, like you see him do the same scrape on the bottom and stuff like that. Ends up going through the records at the police station, and he finds out who murdered him through looking up that guy Emil, who he arrested, while totally not realizing he was Murphy just yet. But then he finds out Murphy's deceased. He finds his old address. Here's where we get that brief moment where he goes to his old house. He has some flashbacks. He starts getting and he basically begins tracking down the rest of Clarence's gang. Cut to another scene, and we see Bob, who's living it up with two ladies. He's like doing coke off their stuff.
Oh, the 80s.
I was surprised at the lack of nudity in this film, because like all these 80s action movies had tons of nudity.
There's one right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Was there?
Yeah.
Just like for
someone's
a
getting
split
ready.
second.
Yeah, someone's getting ready in the like in the cop place.
Locker room nudity,
Yeah.
So he's like living it up. He's like, yeah, Robocop's doing great. I'm going to make a ton of money. And then all of a sudden Clarence barges in and he delivers the leave line, to which both women leave. He then shoots Bob in the legs a few times before he plays like a CD-ROM of Dick Jones, basically saying he's killing him because of the whole like Robocop Ed 209 debacle.
Oh, I thought it was a DVD, and I was like, how's there DVDs back in the 80s?
I mean, I don't know. It was on every TV too, which is hilarious. This like guy had all these TVs hooked up. Clarence leaves him with an explosive and kills Bob. R.I.P. We then cut to Clarence at some factory where they're clearly manufacturing cocaine. He tries to cut a deal with this drug dealer guy before old Robocop comes in and crashes the party. He's popping off them burst rounds like nothing. So his gun's sick. It has like burst rounds. It's like.
I do like that the guys, as they're getting ready to, like, they grab their guns, they spray cocaine all over their, like,
Oh, yeah.
knock the cocaine all over their faces, so they're probably high as crap, like trying to kill a robot.
Which, like, after the first guy's bullets didn't work, you'd think they'd all stop, but, you know, hey. He ends up blasting him. He's like no-looking, guys. It's pretty sweet. He's just slowly, like, walking through. He ends up killing just about everyone aside from Clarence, who spills his guts. That he works for Dick Jones, and Robocop being a cyborg, of course, we see, like, from his view, it says that he's recording it. He's like, I work for Dick Jones. Robocop goes then to try and arrest Dick Jones after finding this out. And he goes up to his office in OCP and he goes, oh, like he goes into his room. It's like, oh, it sounds like I'm in a lot of trouble. You better take me in. And then we see Directive 4 kick in, which was the directive that any attempt to arrest a senior officer of OCP results in shutdown. So we see here, though, that Robocop is, you know, as it's been established, maintains some of his humanity because he's able to not shut down. He basically just gets like, he can't do anything to Dick Jones, but he doesn't shut down. He's like incapacitated. Then we get the cool showdown between Ed 209 and Robocop, where Ed kind of wipes the floor with him for a little bit here. Robocop manages to push like one of his gun arms towards the other one to blast it off, but that's really the only good hit he gets on him. Ed switches to like these mini rockets after that, and he's like shooting them at Robocop. Robocop's like trying to flee, and he eventually gets to Ed's nemesis, the stairwell.
It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's just to see it like trying to like take a step is like testing it.
Yeah, so this is Jordan's favorite part, where Ed squeals like a pig because he can't quite get down the steps, and when he does, it's so funny because like clearly he's being stop motion animated to do it, but when they push him down the steps, it's like they just push this model down the steps, like it's not moving at all, and then he's kicking his legs, squealing like a pig, like can't get up, and Robocop escapes only to be gunned down by the police waiting for him because Dick Jones called it in. They blast the hell out of him. He's not looking good. He tumbles through the parking garage, basically through the different levels, trying to escape until he luckily meets up with Lewis, his partner, who saves him.
There's so many cops in that scene. Like they complain about the cop. They complain about not having any cops, and then they all show up to this one part.
Right.
They're like, go kill the robot.
That's the guy who's paying their checks, though, right? He's the corrupt guy. So maybe that makes more sense why there's $1 billion there. They end up escaping, and then we get some more news things. We get that one about that like laser cannon misfiring, and they're just
Killing
like,
two presidents, ex-presidents.
Yeah, killing 2 ex-presidents. It's just like, what is this? We get the 600 SUX car commercial with the dinosaur here.
Good commercial.
Great commercial. We then get the meeting of Clarence and Dick Jones after that, who's been released because of his connections. He's now got scars all over his face from his fight with Robocop. Dick's basically like, yo, you spilled your guts and he recorded it. He's a robot. It can be used as evidence. You have to kill him now. He's like, all right, well, I'll need some firepower. And Dick Jones is basically like, we're basically the military. Like, here you go. And he basically outfits his crew with what are effectively like ramjet rifles.
Yeah.
In order to stand a chance against Robocop. The scene where they're like blowing all the workplaces up happens here, and like the cars and stuff. After that, Lewis and Robocop are hiding in the same steel mill where he was first murdered for some reason, probably because it was a set that they had and could use, but strange choice to hide him. Clarence's crew track him there using his built-in tracker for the final showdown between his crew and Robocop. They basically are like trying to shoot. Robocop's outwitting them basically, and they're trying to shoot him with this giant rifle. This one guy ends up crashing into toxic waste, a meal, and he turns to like this brutal, like melted dude. He's all melted. His fingers.
Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, yep.
That part was like, maybe that's where I was like, this is a satire, isn't it? Maybe that's where I should have realized it. Yeah.
I don't know how that would be satire.
Well, because it's so stupid.
Yeah, he ends up getting like run over, and he just like splats instantly, like zero. Assuming because of his toxified body. They're all fighting, and Clarence kind of gets away, and he gets down into this like area where there's like this water, and Lewis is down there, and he ends up shooting her twice. She falls down, and Robocop shows up, and he's like, Clarence, fight me, blah, blah, blah. And then we see Leland Palmer up on the top thing. He's like sneaking around to drop like this stuff on top of Robocop, which he does.
Why did he just shoot him though? I don't understand why he decided to drop stuff on him. He just shot him.
I don't know. I mean, because then he would be dead, and then we wouldn't have a cool finale.
Yep. Didn't Boddicker end up in that like area down there because he hit the Toxic Avenger looking dude and like
oh right, his car flipped. That's right, the car flipped off. Yep, that's exactly what happened.
They couldn't think of a better way to write that in where he gets out of his car. Whatever.
It was cool to see that guy splat. I liked it.
Yeah. Okay.
So then Ann Lewis ends up taking the ramjet rifle and shooting the guy who dropped all the stuff on top of Robocop. Clarence goes over to Robocop, and he's going to finish him off with this pipe. And then throughout the movie, Robocop has had like this spike thing come out of his arm, which he would use to like jack into computers and stuff. He ends up using that here to stab Clarence right in the neck, and we've got like the blood spurting like squib of like he's like ah! So he kills Clarence here. They're all pretty beat up, but now Robocop has the ramjet rifles, so they kind of gather their stuff. Robocop ends up going to OCP building where an Ed 209 is guarding it. He just takes the rifle and shoots it and kills it. He's like, "You're illegally parked. You can't be here." And then he explodes it in one shot, getting his revenge. Robocop heads up to the office where he then shows that Dick Jones murdered Bob Morton to this whole basically like meeting room of people, and the old man's there, all the OCP guys basically. Dick Jones is like, whoa, he takes the old man hostage because basically he's out of luck now. And then Robocop's there, and he explains like, Directive 4, I can't do anything. And then the old man goes, Dick, you're fired, for basically freeing Robocop from Directive 4 and allowing him to shoot Dick Jones, who falls out the window. The dummy they used for him falling out the window was horrible. It was
his
so
arms
bad.
are so long.
Yeah.
It's just like
the worst part of the movie.
I don't know why they could have did literally anything, but thank goodness it was only there for like 2 seconds.
It was so bad.
The old man says thank you to Robocop. He asks him his name, to which he turns, he smiles, and he says, Murphy. The end of Robocop. Bum, 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 bum.
real quick when after Robocop kills the whatever his name is, Red. He's like, he asks, what's his partner's name?
Ann Lewis.
He asks her like, are you okay? Or she's like, I don't know if I'm gonna be okay. He says, don't worry, they'll make you better like they did me or something like that.
Oh
or,
yeah, they can fix you. Yeah, they fix everything.
Are they trying to allude to like she shouldn't become a Robocop then or something like that?
Maybe. I mean, she doesn't. I don't think, at least not Again, I don't remember 3 at all. She doesn't in 2 though.
It's like that meme, man literally dies. They bring him back to life so he can go to work.
Right? Yeah.
Ooh, so deep. I don't want to do that.
That's RoboCop, everybody. I mean, I skimmed it. It's definitely worth a watch. Lots of action scenes, lots of explosions, lots of gunfire. Really cool music. One of my faves.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. That was a quaint little walk through the RoboCop. I'm interested to see what the other ones are about. I don't know if I'll actually watch them. I probably should just not look them up online, but like I'd be interested to see what the story's about because does it get better? Does it get the story? Does it get involved more, or is it just like offshoots or something? Just
the first one is the best one. The second one's not bad from what I remember, but like I said, I haven't seen it in a long time. I did just find out that there was a TV series, and then there were like 3 other ones released too. But I don't know if they're official, but they're like on Amazon.
There's a cartoon too, wasn't there?
There was a cartoon.
I think I remember the cartoon when I was a kid.
There definitely was a cartoon.
RoboCop Prime Directives was 2001. I don't know if it was any good though.
That's a offshoot movie or something?
Yeah, I just found out about this because, but RoboCop's been in so much stuff, right? Like he's been in video games. He's been like, we talked about it. Like you and I, Chris, I think met him at a car show.
Yeah. Yeah. Back in the 90s.
Hey, he's just a cool guy, man. Cool character, cool concept. Like,
again, I think it's it makes sense now there's a satire because it's such a slam dunk like RoboCop. Like there's so much stuff around that you could do, especially back in the 80s. But like one of those movies you're like, this is probably gonna be dumb. This movie's gonna be so stupid. Just
there's
like
a RoboCop versus Terminator comic book.
Really?
There's a RoboCop versus Terminator game.
Video game. Yeah.
On Sega. It was awesome. It was really hard.
Well, and SNES.
Yeah.
Why did they do that? Like, who did the same studio own both of them or something?
I don't know. It's like the same reason Freddy vs. Jason, right? They're like similar, like Alien vs. Predator. Like those weren't owned by the same things, right? Like
There's a theory that they could be in like Terminator and RoboCop are in the same universe. I read about that.
Oh, the comic book in 1992, RoboCop versus Terminator, establishes that Alex Murphy RoboCop is a direct precursor to Skynet as his technology enables the creation of the Terminators.
That's cool.
Positioning RoboCop as a prequel, even though Terminator came out before RoboCop. That's a cool twist that they wrote in.
Yeah, it seems like Marvel got the license to do both of the comic books or something. Like it's something weird like that. Like I know like Power Rangers and someone else got picked up. Their comic book rights got picked up by another company, and they did like Power Rangers versus Godzilla or something. Like it's one of those things. Or wasn't it Marvel got the rights to do comic books for Transformers or something? And so they had like Transformers versus someone or something.
They're almost like they're like the what ifs, right? Like, oh, what if this happened? What if these universes collided? Like it's just something that made sense. Because they're both robot type things. So
let's go into the feedback of this movie. Jordan, how about you go first?
Oh, it's great. Great action. It was nonstop. Like Chrissy said at the top, like there's no room for pause, which I liked. Lots of good violence. Very gory, which I appreciate. Especially at the very beginning, like the guy gets killed in the office by the Ed machine. Like I was like, oh, this is awesome. I usually don't like when they have like those video or news anchor clips in movies because I think it's like a lazy storytelling kind of thing for like world building. But I like it in this because like of the satire they use and they show the fun commercials. So that was kind of cool. Practical effects were awesome, especially when they show Alex without his helmet on.
Oh
and
yeah,
his skin's just like wrapped around like his like back of his metal head. I thought that was like really impressive, especially for 87. But like Tiffany said, it makes sense because it's the same guy that did Total Recall. Was that what you said, Tiffany?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that makes sense, like how good it was. Yeah, it's a great movie. It's awesome.
Thank you, Jordan. I'm going to go next and Tiffany can go. And I'm going to say that I agree with what Jordan said. It moved. I liked that it moved fast. It was like it didn't spend a lot of time explaining the company and what they do. They kind of it very easily kind of put this story together. Like you have a crazy area with in the city. The cops are all kind of stretched thin, and they're all kind of like, they know it's very violent out there, but they're also kind of like, there's that rising of like, we need to like go on strike. That was a common thing they talked about throughout the entire movie. And you have this company come in, this like corporate thing, and it's just such a good way of like making everything move really quick. I don't know. It was just interesting. And the reason for a Robocop was because the cops were getting destroyed out there, and they also wanted to strike. And this company's like, whatever reason, owns the cops, and they didn't really spend a lot of time talking about that or whatever. But they did it in the movies. There's also, or they did it through the TV things. But there also was a part where they talked about this war going on in Mexico, like a narco war or something. And there was one point, and they talk about it a few times. And the one point, they say like, oh, the rebels just attacked Acapulco, whatever it's called, one town in Mexico. And the one lady's like, oh man, we were gonna go there this weekend or something. Like, there's a one like weird throwaway line that just kind of sets up like, I think she's like the lady who's before Boddicker or whatever his name walks in when his face is all scarred up and he's talking to like what's his name's secretary.
Oh right, he's being all creepy.
Yeah, I think it was right before that. She's like, oh, we were gonna go there this weekend. It's like just a weird thing, total throwaway line. It's just like, that's interesting, like how people would talk. But they didn't really explain the war going on, and like, but then they bring up like that the sky laser, which they never bring up again. Is it brought up in the other movies?
Again, it's been so long. I should probably watch them.
It's just really weird. I don't know. I liked how that. I guess I like the world building, but I think in the 80s, it's definitely a movie of the 80s. But maybe given that 2014 apparently sucked, the remake, maybe that's where it needed to stay. Was the 2014 version like supposed to be serious?
Yeah, it's nothing like this. It's
okay.
Stupid.
Like I said, I don't know
why they did it.
I don't know why I didn't know. Like, I guess I didn't pick up it as a satire until that. I just thought it was a stupid scene when that guy was all like Toxic Avenger liked or whatever. It's just really funny how I didn't realize it was a satire until you said that. But I just thought it was a quirky, 80s movie. But I thought it was just such a cool, fast-moving movie. It has action. There's like so much going on, but it's just like so cleanly put together, edited really well, I guess. I don't know. It's just really fun. It was a fun movie. I wish I would have saw it when I was younger, because I probably would have been, I don't know, in it a lot more. Maybe watched the follow-up movies and stuff. But okay. And how about Tiffany?
I mean, I loved it. I've like I said, I've watched it 3 times this year, twice with Jeff. Yeah, no, it's a good movie. It's got like the action, like Jordan said, like nonstop pretty much. It's got the blood, the gore, the comedy. It's a great movie. It's very solid. There's some parts in the movie that really kind of like really make me laugh, like when he's doing I think it's Clarence that he's beating the crap out of, and he's like reading him his Miranda rights.
He's throwing him through the windows, keeps all the glass. Yeah.
Part is great. The henchmen were so fashionable throughout the whole movie. Like, they looked like freaking henchmen.
They were.
You know what I mean?
You'd fight them in Streets of Rage 2 for sure.
Yeah.
It was great. There was one part that was really funny, like when his aim is off and they have to get his aim back right, but like he's trying it while she's asleep still, and he's aiming like towards her, and I'm just like, oh, and then she just nonchalantly gets up like, oh, let me help
you shoot the baby food.
like,
Yo, right, the baby food he eats. Yeah,
baby food. Oh my god, yeah, that's crazy. And other fun fact, Ronny Cox, the bad guy, Dick Jones, he was also the bad guy in Total Recall.
Oh,
he was,
that's right.
He was Cohagen.
That's right.
So,
damn.
yeah.
I don't know why I didn't put that together.
This movie also brought back some like really weird insults. Like, what kind of an insult is buddy boy? What kind of an insult is twerp? Like, you know what I mean?
Buddy boy.
But yeah, I mean, overall, this was cool. It was cool that the women were like, most of the women were like scientists and like way smarter than the men. The men were just like cops.
That's a good point.
I know
That
you
is
guys don't care
actually a
about
great
that.
point.
I don't think.
No,
I didn't
yeah.
realize that.
Well, except for the business guys.
Yeah, they were written like people. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The business guys.
This is great.
Who's that? Who was like what's the business guy that got killed with the grenade in his house?
Bob.
Okay, his partner, like his second guy, was eating the baby food. That's like the weird whole thing with the baby food was pretty funny. It was just like, oh yeah, I like it. And he kept on eating it. He's like, it's just like baby food, which is weird that he would even need to eat, but I don't, whatever. I guess
And he
it's
absolutely
fuel.
smiles when the guy dies at the end. They keep
Yep.
cutting to him smiling.
Yeah, how many smiles did you count? He had at least 10, that character by himself.
Oh no. I tried to count mullets, but
Oh, no.
there was a lot. There was a lot of mullets.
I did see Peter Weller has a PhD in like, was it Italian Renaissance art or something like that? He like teaches
Oh,
sometimes.
wow. That's
'Cause I
awesome.
know-
Oh, that's rad.
I know he used to do like,
He's like 74 now.
yeah, he
Yeah.
used to do like voiceover stuff on the History Channel. I remember that.
They just came out with
Too bad the History Channel went
Yeah,
downhill.
that's
Oh.
bad.
Did you know that the Learning Channel was like, there's this whole thing on YouTube about the Learning Channel, TLC. I guess it's called TLC now, but it was called Learning Channel. It used to be like they used to own a satellite, and it was specifically a organization or like nonprofit for learning, and they would just basically like make shows around learning, and then like it got bought out by Discovery because they were like, we're poor and we have a satellite up there, and satellite. I guess like Discovery took it and started using the satellite to beam all their crap everywhere, but.
And then the satellite fell and killed 2 ex-presidents.
Yeah.
And now we get to watch 600-pound sisters
Oh,
on
yeah.
TL.
Dr. Pimple Popper.
And the one about the lady or the guy with all the wives, whatever it's called, Sister
Sister
Wives.
Wives.
That's stupid.
They
There
probably
it
did
is.
play that show where the people like eat their furniture and stuff, right?
Yeah, My Strange Addiction.
My Strange
Yeah.
Addiction.
Is that on there?
Like, oh, I want to be a mattress.
I want to be a mattress. I am a mattress.
That's the Djibouti Dubs version.
Jeff, what did you think about the movie? Next, on to
It's-
you.
It's awesome. All right, let's go.
Why? Why is it awesome?
Because of everything everyone just said. It's just like great writing, great satire, over the top violence, like to the point where you're like, wow. It moves fast. It's funny. It's got drama. It's kind of messed up. Just a really cool, unique character. Robocop, like in general, like the idea is cool. And the fact that I think, the time it was created, I think was perfect for it as well. And sure, Robocop's still cool nowadays, but like I don't think you're gonna make another Robocop today and have it be anything like this unless you're very intentional with things. Like recently they had Robocop, I mean this was a couple of years ago, but they had him in like KFC commercials and it was amazing. And I don't even remember why he was in them, but it was just super funny. So like,
Was it 2014? Like, is it because of the 2014 movie?
no, it was not new Robocop. It was Peter Weller Robocop. New Robocop looks
Oh.
like I don't even know. Nothing like Robocop. That one's an atrocity. We should watch
Plus,
it
he's like in a
someday.
black suit. His like,
Yeah,
like, was weird.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not Robocop. Just don't call it that. They could have called it anything else. It's just not Robocop. It lacks all of the satire and things that make this movie special.
It had a budget of 13 million, I mean 53 million. That's not too bad.
On what? This one?
The box office.
Yeah. This one made I think 60 worldwide, and then it went on to make a billion, like a bunch of other stuff, right?
Yeah,
I
consumer
thought
lot
it's
of
considered one
toys
of the
and-
best science fiction movies of all time or something like that.
It won awards. Yeah, it won all kinds of awards for stuff.
Okay, well, thank you, Jeff. Now let's go into the rating of this movie, RoboCop. Jordan, what do you give it?
I'd first like to say I was just kidding about my jokes about Detroit.
As a
I know they went through
Chicagoan,
there were some tough times. Yes, that's why. But it was a joke. Thumbs up. It's a great movie.
Hey.
I'm gonna go next. I give it a thumbs up. Also, surprisingly, I know
Ooh.
it was a fun time. Tiffany, you're next.
as many thumbs up as I can give it. This movie's awesome.
Toes and thumbs up. Okay. Jeff.
Oh,
What do you
guys,
give
we
it?
finally got a pal fist because I, of course, am going to give it a thumbs up. So thank goodness Robocop fisted the season ending.
I'll send Peter Weller a picture of my fist in the mail. Tell him to look out for it.
Metallic fist.
Yeah.
Thank you,
robot
Jeff,
fist.
for driving the ship. What do we got? Next week is our finale, right? Yeah.
Finale.
Yeah,
We did
that's
it. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. Oh, Jordan, credit report,
Oh,
Oh, there's nothing.
nothing.
no credit report.
Those are some boring credits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool song,
thumbs
though. I like the
down.
music.
Credits done.
How many smiles did you count, Chris?
No, it wasn't many. Well, no, the bad guys are always smiling. Like the one whenever he's watching the movie, like watching the TV show, sitting in that truck, and he punches the window out.
Dude, that one guy
yeah.
would laugh like,
Yeah.
too.
That was annoying.
Yeah.
Was that the guy who got melted?
No. There was a
No.
guy who first got shot like right as RoboCop showed up to the
Okay.
final gun down. That was the guy whose car got exploded. It was peeing.
Oh, okay, yeah, that guy.
And
You're right.
Lewis looked at his wiener and put.
Very fashionable henchman.
Yeah.
Whenever they wait in RoboCop 2, does that lady cop become another RoboCop?
No, you're asking RoboCop 2 questions. I haven't seen it in like 20 years.
I don't know
probably.
if they set her up to be like she's gonna be the next RoboCop.
She's
That's
not.
what I was saying. He just goes after some there's some new drug on the street called Nuke that he goes
What?
after. It's like
Oh, is it
drug
like,
dealers or people, something like that.
Is it like that one video game movie with the slow motion?
Fallout
No, there's no Fallout movie.
show. It's just slow motion.
The
I don't
slow
know, I
motion guy like dives through the air.
thought-
Max Payne.
Max Payne.
Yeah.
No, it's not like that.
They have a drug in that movie, so that was like the entire point of that movie, which is stupid. But anyway, all right. So next week we got the season finale for season 5. So this is our last movie. Tiffany, thank you so much for picking it up this
Yay.
season and doing the heavy
Yeah,
lift
thanks
of
for
hanging out
helping
with
out.
us. Yes.
Thanks for letting me hang out and watch some movies with you.
Yeah. I mean, you got to watch them all anyway, so at least you can talk about it.
I know.
Take notes.
She doesn't have to. Come on now. She likes to.
I skipped Baby Genius.
Oh,
She did.
damn.
She picked a good one to skip.
Yeah, that was wise. on
Did
your
you
part.
know you were going into it was going to be terrible?
I forget why. She had something going on that night.
Oh, I had to drive. I was driving back.
Oh.
Oh, right,
lucky.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just couldn't fit it in.
All right. Well, thank you again for being here. Jeff, thank you for being here for driving the ship.
Hey.
And Jordan, thanks for being here with me.
Thanks.
But most of all, thank you out there in Watchland. You're welcome. Please, 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 if you want to help us out, leave us a comment in your podcast platform of choice. If you want to connect with us on social media, you can do that with the links below in the show notes. You can also go to our website at watchpals.show. There are links there for all our social media, including a link to our Discord. You can join that, talk to us there. But thank you, everybody out there. Again, Jeff, Jordan, Tiffany, I will see you all next time. And thanks, everybody out there in Watchland. Until next time, set your watches for the next episode of the Watch Pals. Good night.
Get out.
Yeah, leave.
That's what it was. Damn it. I ruined it.